It's your boy, Ed the Dread, aka Eddie Money Mouth. And you are tuned in to the Money Mouth Podcast. Dancehall reggae horn. Woo! Today, we are coming live and direct under the full moonlight with a few topics pertaining to that. First and foremost, math, the moon, and magic, or specifically why math makes the magic that the moon does. Crazy, right? We'll talk about your body's circadian rhythm, and then also one of the greatest changes that I ever made in my life, which I continue to this day, which is to eat only fruit up until around noon every day. Right? So, again, it's the full moon, right? And monthly, the full moon is time for me to celebrate. I like to do yogasana. I like to write music. I like to write poems. I meditate. I set intentions and goals for the upcoming month. And a lot of other different things that I've been doing for about the last 7 or 8 years now. Every full moon. Recently, I've added doing certain things at new moon because, obviously they're opposites of each other. But in the history of my life, I recall tons of times hearing people say that, the freaks come out when the full moon is out. It's not just a song like the freaks come out at night. Wah, wah, wah. No, it's, and I've witnessed crazy occurrences happen under the full moon's light. So knowing that, I will say that the full moon is always a celebration at this point in my life. But the moon does have a crazy effect on humans, on the ocean, on water bodies. So first and foremost, one of the things that I love the most is the ocean. And daily, the tides change. Okay, and the tides are actually changing due to the moon's gravitational force. As the moon circles the earth, it pulls the water towards it. So as the moon is actually going around Earth, it's pulling that water toward it and away on the other side. So it's a crazy thing, but on a scale that large, if you took a step back and looked at it, you could see just how the tides occur as the moon's gravitational force is pulling on the earth at different points during this nice rotational dance that we have going on every day. But pertaining to the freaks coming out at night, let's talk about it. Because, your body is 70% water, just as the earth is 70% water. So if the moon has such a crazy effect on the oceans and the tide, or it creates the tide, then we could probably deduce that the moon is going to have some sort of effect on your body, seeing as though you are so much water or composed of so much water. Right? So one thing that I like to express to the Algebra 1 classes that I teach when they ask, how math pertains to your life, what's this going to be, why do we care, what's this going to do for me for next year or the year after, and I always like to play this game called Coordinate Plane and Your Entire Existence. And I don't know if it's a game, but I just made that shit up just now, right? So most people have dealt with a trampoline. So you can hypothesize, or make an example of the way that the 3D coordinate plane of gravity works by using a trampoline analogy. So one of the main things of Algebra 1 is linear functions, right? You have an x, an input, a y, an output. And those happen to be coordinate points on the coordinate plane. As you get into geometry and, in your life, the field of geometry and just space-time is 3D, right? And if you don't know about space time, space isn't just this thing that's expanding. Space and time are relative. So space time is what Earth and the moon and everything is sat in, not just space. Okay, so space time is like a 3D coordinate plane, right? That all your geometric shapes fit in, as opposed to like the 2D linear coordinate plane that you're graphing lines on and such. Now, if you think about it like that, it doesn't make much sense. You can't see the coordinate grid unless you fucking smoke DMT or something. uh, or you slow your breathing down to like 4 breaths a minute and sustain it for like an hour. I think your body naturally secretes DMT at that point. Um, but with your regular vision and your regular five senses, you can't see the 3D coordinate plane that we live in. But the effects are those around us. Gravity is one of the main effects of the coordinate plane. So, explained in terms that are easier to comprehend, most people have jumped on a trampoline. So, I like to ask the students, have you ever jumped on a trampoline? Yes or no? Raise your hand. Boom, I jumped on a trampoline. Now, let's say you took a bowling ball and you didn't bounce it on the trampoline, you just set it into the middle of the trampoline. What would happen? And most people give me crazy answers, but uh, the most common answer is that it would sag in the middle, which is correct, right? The bowling ball would take all of its weight and go right down to the middle where all the springs on each side would evenly be distributed. Secondly, I like to ask if anyone has ever held a ping pong ball and the size of a ping pong ball and this ping pong ball's weight compared to a bowling ball's weight. Ask a few questions, and then we say, with the bowling ball sat in the middle of the trampoline, if you took the ping pong ball and set it around the outside, where would it go when you let go? Some of them say it would bounce. Some of them say it would like roll around in a circle, like that penny thing that people see you drop and it spins around. But again, generally speaking, the ball would roll toward the center, where the heavier ball is. Right? And that's essentially what's going on in 3D space-time out there in the universe, right? We've got the sun, which is super huge, sagging real deep in space-time, and then our planet is going around the sun at a certain rate in space-time. And then because of how much our planet sags in space-time, we've got this little moon that wants to draw close to us, but then the moon sags in space-time too, and then it draws the water off our planet because the water is less dense. Crazy. But that's how it works. So if you ever wonder why you do math at school, that's why. Because our whole existence is math, actually. Exponential equations can explain everything from a single cell multiplying to you walking on Earth, to your favorite artist making their first song ever, up to being, 6 million followers on YouTube or whatever. It's all mathematical. And nowadays, all these apps and things that we use are all math algorithms that most humans can't even explain because they just put the computer to it and it's a feedback loop that keeps getting them paid and they don't give a shit. Ta-da! Oh, nice. But just like there's a monthly rhythm, 28 to 29 days, there's going to be the full moon. Right? There's other rhythms in life, one of which we, generally speaking, as humans have gotten very far away from, which is your circadian rhythm. There's about an 8-hour cycle or 3 8-hour cycles every day that your body goes through, right? And it has to do with, digesting your food, eliminating the waste, and, ingesting food. So let's just say that your day is divided into 3 8-hour cycles where one, you should be intaking nutrients. Another, your body is going to be digesting nutrients. And then the third, your body is eliminating nutrients. And now let's just say that generally speaking, the elimination process happens when you're sleeping. Just because when you wake up in the morning, you got to poop, pee, you got crust in your eye, your breath is nasty, and whatever else, right? So your body's just been working to get rid of all these toxins that you got in it. Due to these circadian rhythms, The old myth about breakfast being, wake up, have a big, huge, healthy breakfast, and get yourself a whole lot of energy for the day, is kind of a myth in my eyes, right? The give yourself a huge breakfast without letting the previous day's food digest is just putting more stuff backed up in your system that your body's got to work on, as opposed to, say, bringing it back to homeostasis, right? So outside of our three circadian rhythms, your body is just always looking to heal itself, right? You get a cut, scabs happen. You just like any other animal, like if your dog broke its leg, it would still be able to heal it because its body is always trying to heal itself. The same as if you get an injury or something, your body's always looking to heal itself. We tend to impede that process, but your body naturally is looking to do so. So, if you go to sleep having eaten a bunch of stuff all day and your body takes all night to try to digest and eliminate it and it doesn't get that done, it wouldn't be wise to just continuously shovel more stuff down there, hoping that one day your body catches up with it all. The foods that are easiest digested by our body are fruits. I mean, they're made of mostly water. Fruits and vegetables made of mostly water. I believe that an apple is digested like less than 10 minutes. So very quickly, fruits are digested, but they also give you a lot of the nutrients that you actually need. So in my mind, and it came from a book that I read a long time ago, which I'm not sure if it's even out anymore. It's called Fit for Life by it was a married couple, and I think that they got divorced and like had some sort of dispute over the rights of the book. So like you can't really find it. But this book spoke about this change that I made, and then when I made it, it had such a profound impact on me. I just keep doing it and telling everyone I knew about it. And again, which was just to eat fruit up until noon. Reason being, it's the easiest to digest. You'll feel full, and it will still give you plenty of nutrients. So your body won't have to work super hard to digest what you're initially putting in the morning, and it can still work on eliminating anything that it didn't get rid of the night before. Easy way for your digestion to play catch up. So after a while, if you actually do end up catching up with all that elimination and getting rid of everything, your body can then work to bring itself to homeostasis and or heal illnesses, cuts, bruises, give you the energy, and maybe even clear your mind to help process things spiritually. Right? Now, that being one of the most profound changes that I made, I'd like to share a story from a friend of mine who I doubt she would care if I share it, but Megan Couts used to be Megan Enrico. A very good friend of mine. We worked together for the professional soccer team that I played for, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. She was the marketing director. I was the membership director of the sportsplex that the team was based out of, and we spent a lot of time in the office together, and we became really good friends. She was on a fitness journey at the time, and I don't think she had ever even eaten fruit, uh, which is sounds crazy to say, but I swear that might be the truth. And after her getting interested in fitness and having a bit of success and losing quite a bit of weight, she was looking to continue her journey and wanted to get out of Pittsburgh. So she ended up moving out to New Jersey and living with me, where you're on the coast and you're just more likely to be fit. So in that journey, when living with me, I kind of hit her with that. You should probably just try to eat fruit up until noon and da 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 da. And to be fair, sister might not have even ate fruit, but when she did, it excited a change in her. Right now, this is a really good friend of mine, and over her weight loss journey, I'd like to say she's lost over 100 pounds, maybe 150 pounds, maybe even more. Right? But it's happened through, changes in diet, changes in routine, changes in meal planning, and things along those lines, which anyone can do if you have the willpower and an actual goal that you set that you want to reach. So, with that said, I will sign off by saying, eat fruit until noon. It couldn't hurt you. I always say just try the thing, right? Don't take someone's word for it. Don't listen to me because I'm just some guy. Don't listen to your mom and dad because there's some people that birthed you. Don't listen to the president guy just because he got elected. Don't listen to the principal because they got the job. Test it out for yourself. You know, that person might be right, but you don't just want to follow them blindly, right? So try it. Try it for a week. Try it for 1 or 2 days out of the week. Try it for 1 day a week. Try it for 1 week out of the month. I don't know, but give it a run. See how you feel. If it changes your energy level and or helps you with digestion. It's your boy Ed the Dread signing off. Baby, Eddie Money Mouth Podcast. Give a shout out to our sponsor, goodvibesgear.com. Get on over there, order yourself a hat, bing, a bag, bing, or a $20 tee, because we the spot to get it. If you liked what you saw, click like. Go on and smash that subscribe button. Share if you care. And if not, we'll see you right back here next week. A hooey ho, Kako.